What do you think has been the biggest change that you've seen since you started doing it in terms of people leadership?
There is a lot of change. There is a lot of change in tech. A couple of trends that I'm seeing, obviously, is the boom in AI and how much help, but almost how much potential uncertainty it's happening around this new development and new technology. Another trend that I'm seeing is how money is not cheap money anymore, and investments are harder and harder to get. With that comes the pressure of doing more with less and being really creative in how people leaders are adding value to their companies. In the past few years, as you know, and everyone in the industry knows, we've been through quite some turbulences from the COVID times, from working from home, reinventing that playbook, to really, now optimizing for growth that's decoupled sometimes from headcount growth. And one of the biggest trends that I'm seeing is after, a lot of hard years with a lot of layoffs in tech, employees are looking for reasons to trust leadership teams again.
Yeah.
Right. And with everything that's happening in the world, especially all the development around AI and how that gets implemented into companies, I think we need to be very mindful about change management based on that ground of uncertainty that's coming from some of the employees.
Yeah, definitely. I think we're in this kind of phase, aren't we, with AI right now, where it's kind of, I almost feel like the fear phase is fading a little bit, and I think we're kind of entering like the excitement age a little bit, where people are kind of seeing the potential of it now. And I think it's like that with any kind of technological development, is that like, because this is really the biggest thing we've seen since the internet, I think, isn't it? In terms of like its potential to change the world of work, as well as like our personal lives and all of that kind of stuff. And I think, we've kind of got out of the fear phase a little bit. Some people are still fearful, and now people are realizing, oh wow, like this can change everything. Absolutely. Like there's not a thing that it won't touch, again, like the internet. It's so it's exciting times, I think, definitely. And I'm glad you started talking about AI, because we want to talk today in particular about AI in HR and people leadership in particular. And you mentioned that element of trust. And that's really kind of quite crucial to your role, isn't it? What excites you most about the potential of AI in people leadership or HR leadership?
I'm glad you asked this question, and I'm happy to provide a little bit of context. As I mentioned, the tech world has been through quite a bit of change, right? In the past few years, the narrative for a lot of companies was do more with less, be careful with budgets and the spend, and a lot of new projects were added to our playbook, right, in our desk. With AI, I'm really excited about everything that's happening, especially in HR, because AI is creating space for us to move away from a lot of repetitive, reactive, administrative work, elevate everyone in HR to really operate at a more strategic level. And when I'm saying this, I'm thinking about, okay, what does it mean to be strategic in HR? It means to optimize technology to make the best decisions you can make, and also to create space to really work on what's important, and that is predictive analytics and actually what decisions you make after you analyze the data. Creating intentional cultures that are helping organizations win economically, focusing on leadership coaching and development, succession planning, and dealing with clarity and transparency and empathy, so that whatever you're building is there to stay and really move the needle in terms of business results. So I'm very excited about not spending my time and having my team not spend time on crafting job descriptions, for example, or analyzing large sets of data, or crafting lots of HR policies, and really moving the needle from being so into transactional day-to-day type of work to being a way more strategic business partner to everyone in the business.